Good day, everyone. Jenny here from Chill Out Style. Okay, so today's pick a card is a yes or no for love. Um, if you happen to get a no when you were expecting a yes, then and you really feel like that it's wrong, then obviously go back to the piles and choose again. But if you really get a no and in your heart you know that it's the truth, then take it as a sign from the angels. At least you're getting the truth and you're not getting a answer or wasting your time on people that are going to be wasting your time, if that makes any sense. So yeah, pick wisely, sit and think very carefully before you choose your piles, so that you can get the right answer for your question. Okay, have a fantastic week, and I'll chat to you all soon. Goodbye. Okay, so these are going to be your piles that are sitting in front of you right now. Okay, so again, try to do a grounding exercises if you can, and then I also found that to use your intuition, put your hand in your heart and choose or look at each one and find which one possibly shouts out at you the most. Okay, so pile number one, we have this greeny color ball. Pile number two is yellow. Pile number three is blue, and pile number four is pink. Okay, so again, obviously if you want the correct answer, you've got to choose the correct pile. Okay, if you feel like the pile does not resonate and you've been honest with yourself and this is not the answer, then that's perfectly fine. Come back to this, stare at each pile. I put my comments, my timestamps go into the description, not the description, in the comment section, not the description. Okay, so if you want to find the timestamps, go look in the comment section. If you happen to get there before me, then sorry. Sometimes once I've uploaded, there's a bit of a delay between me getting the timestamps in, so then please just go ahead and do so. But I would again just sit and seriously stare at these cards. Have a good look at which one sounds like it is the one that you're wanting, and when you are completely ready, then of course choose your pile. You can always pause the video and again go deep within, ground yourself, make sure you're not in a bad mood or irritated or distracted while you're choosing your piles. Okay, right, so again, pile number one, pile number two, pile number three, and pile number four. I am going to start with pile number one. Hello and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number one with the green crystal ball. This is your love reading. Okay, so I am going to put this aside, and before I do the yes or no, let's do your tarot cards and see what we have. Right, so for you tarot cards, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Four of Cups. Right, okay, so there's quite a lot of conflict or fighting with you at the moment, so please take whatever resonates. We're all in different situations and I can't obviously get for everyone. So for those of you who are in a relationship or have someone that perhaps you're dating, or a situationship is what I'm going to call it, then you and this person are fighting. It's one of those situations where you are possibly having a lot of conflict. This is a bit of an ego card, because it's like, what, I'm going to cut you out, or I'm going to fight for the sake of fighting, or I have to win no matter whatever the cause is. And that is kind of like what the situation is. No one's, one person wins, but they, what are they actually winning? Because at the end of the day, they're actually losing. Okay, so that's basically what that card's about. Okay, you could be single, and then this is in a conflict. So again, it's the ego card. It's I am not going to find love, and I am not going to show anyone I care, and I am just going to, with the swords, I'm going to protect myself. I've got all my armor, I've got all the swords, and I've got my thick armor on, and no one's going to hurt me. Well, it's a bit of a lie, because you're actually hurting yourself. Okay. So you going to realize this, and something's going to come to you out of the blue. So this is about having inspiration that comes out of nowhere, a creative solution, or a solution to your thoughts or whatever, and you're going to have this epiphany out of the blue, and it's just going to be like, wow, okay, so perhaps I have been fighting for the sake of fighting, or perhaps in my mind, this mental conflict, or this, mental mind thing of mine is actually not working out for me, and I'm actually hurting myself more in the long run. Okay. And then you're going to find that you are either going to go rushing off somewhere, or there's some fast incoming communication, there's some fast moving travel, but there's really, really fast energies coming in. Like all of a sudden you wake up and go, that is it, I'm done. So whether it is I'm done fighting, and you want to get back together with your person, or or I'm just done fighting and you and your person need to reconcile and maybe travel off somewhere from whatever the fight, or I am done being single. I'm done with this mental, boring, sad, woe is me attitude, and I am moving. I am out of the blue. You're going to just seriously snap one day and just go, I'm out of here, and I'm going to travel, whether I'm going to go travel to go find someone, or whether I'm just going to go travel just to have some fun, and then hopefully someone comes along, or I am going to start communicating. So in other words, I'm going to start on a dating site and start dating. Okay. And when you do this, you are going to find your wish fulfillment. Okay, so it's going to be worthwhile. Okay, now you do have perhaps an offer that's possibly around you. Okay, so this is a cup of, once again, I'm bored, woe is me, everyone hates me, I'm going to eat some worms, no, I'm not lovable, nobody wants me. Yes, they do. They're there. You're just not seeing them. So you've actually had a few offers. You just refuse to see these offers. You're just not looking, but you're missing out on this cup because of the fact that you're so sad or depressed, or you're not realizing that, it could be a cup of an apology. So someone might be trying to apologize to you, but you're refusing to let them. Or it's someone wants to offer you love, and this person is your wish fulfillment, but you're missing out on this. You're ignoring this person, and if you ignore something long enough, it dissipates, and that will disappear, and you will actually give up on perhaps your one true love. Okay, so let's get into your yes or no's. Okay, so we have, right, so flash of flash of insight, flash of realization, new ideas, spur of the moment, going, oh, boom. You're going to realize that the situation, or you was completely trying to juggle too many things. So maybe perhaps you've been more interested in your money and less interested in love, or maybe perhaps you've been a little bit self-absorbed, don't take it personally. We all have those moments, and wanted to be right. And so the situation was unbalanced, and you're going to start to realize this. You started to realize that there needs to be teamwork. You need to give time and attention to a relationship. It can't just all be about you, or it can't just be all about your work, or it can't just be all about your friends or your children, or whatever the situation is. There's a need for give and take. If I do the dishes, then you do the cooking, or if you do the cooking, then I do the dishes, or 3 nights a week I do the dishes, and 3 nights a week you do the cooking. Whatever it is, there's a matter of give and taking when it comes to love. What someone gives you, you need to give back. Okay, you cannot be all about you. You cannot be fighting, and you cannot have this mental conflict, which perhaps is maybe you running away from love every single time. So this is the time for you to really realize that if you want love, and you're going to have this realization that if you want love, you need to get off your ass, and you actually need to put some work and effort into it. You need to give the people the attention that they deserve, especially if they are your wish fulfillment, and it's something that's worthwhile. Yes, that's you looking at all the things you don't have. Maybe you've been hurt by 5 different people, for example, and you know what? Yes, it does. It happens. It's not nice to be hurt. Trust me, I am someone who knows very clearly how it's not nice to be hurt. But you sometimes take a bit of time out, yeah, by all means, to get over the loss, but it's time for you to get up and get back on your horse, okay? And that's it. You need to put the past behind you, you need to change direction, and you need to move on from whatever it is that's going on. Yes, you need to stand up and maybe perhaps defend your viewpoints, but you need to do it in the sense that you're not fighting for the sake of fighting, okay? There we go, 8 of Swords again. So this is 8 of Wands again, sorry. So this is again, moving fast, possible pregnancy for some of you. Quick action, getting organized, events moving on, you're moving on with your life, and you know now what you need to do. Look here, again, wish fulfillment, okay, not being lonely anymore. Because now you realize that there may have been, again, this mental conflict, and you're now going to go towards your wish, and you're going towards your wish very quick. And what happens? You now get the abundance, family, total, having everything you've ever wanted card. This is happy family, happy fulfillment, being really abundant, having your castle and your wife or your husband and your kids and your grandkids or whatever it is. But this is about having full and complete happiness in your life, okay? So pile number 1, right, you are the only person who can make this happen, whether it's getting out there, getting back on the horse and going on a dating site, going on a holiday perhaps to have some more fun in order to find someone. But the minute you decide to wake up, stop coming out of your mental conflict, stop coming out of your woe is me feeling, letting go of the past, cut up, get rid of the exes, ditch the relationships that didn't serve you in your mind and in your heart, and move on, you are going to find this wish fulfillment, okay? Your love tarot card is a wedding, okay? So this situation involves marriage, okay? So either you and your person are married, and you'll realize out of the blue what's been, what the truth of the situation is, or if you're single, then, this offer that's coming. If you don't know, if there's absolutely no one around you and you don't know who this person is, this offer's coming, and it can definitely lead to marriage. So don't let this offer go. Try not to, just try everyone out. You never know. But all I'm saying is don't let this opportunity go. Don't let your wishes be flushed down the toilet and allow someone else to come, and you wake up when it's too late and someone else is married to your person and you lose out. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile number 1. Your answer obviously is a yes. If you didn't really get that, if I didn't tell you, it's a yes. Thank you. Hello for those of you who have chosen pile number 2, which is the yellow crystal ball. Let's see your reading. Right, okay, so we will come to your yes or no's later. Let's do your tarot. Right, okay, so you have got the Nine of Rods, the Queen of Rods, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so you're trying to, the Nine of Rods is that of the wounded warrior. So you're trying to stick it in, whether it's a relationship that you're currently in, or maybe with someone that you're dealing with. But here you battered and bruised, you're tired, you're exhausted, and you're trying very hard to stay grounded or to stay in your current love situation. Okay, you possibly have someone around you who this is someone that you're very passionate about, someone who you find very sexy, very intriguing, and someone who you really could see yourself being with, perhaps. Maybe there's someone, maybe you're dating, or maybe this is someone you have a crush on, and maybe you guys have had a lot of passion. Maybe perhaps for some of you, someone who it's more of a fling, and they keep promising you a lot, but it just feels like you constantly fighting with it, or fighting for them, or you're hanging on, you're holding on kind of for dear life to this situationship, is what I'm saying. Okay, it's time for you to be a little bit practical here. It's time for you to perhaps see the situation for what it is. Okay, there is a new possibility in love with the Ace of Cups. That means there's a new love situation that's coming up, and with the Queen of Cups in the end, this is a lot more someone who's a lot more compassionate, someone who's a lot more romantic, someone who's a lot more loving. So this could either be this person that the situation then changes to something more loving, or the situation will end and something better will come along. So let's have a look at your yes or no's in order to see. Okay, so again, that's you have, this is a passionate love affair. As I said, one's is definitely that about sexual and passion. Okay, you know, there's been delays, you're waiting, you know, maybe you're waiting for this person, and there's you holding on, waiting for this person to change, or waiting for this person to make up their mind, or you just seem to be waiting. And then here, you know, you've done all you can, you know, you may maybe perhaps the single mom waiting for the father of your child to wake up to what they need to do, or wake up to where they need to be. You know, you perhaps are the breadwinner, or you are perhaps looking after them financially, and you're just waiting for them to do what it is that they need to do. And here you have got the Four of Wands, which is that about the house or living situation, or it's a card of halfway to marriage. As far as your yes or no is concerned, this is a no. And your romance card here is release your ex. So if you've been waiting, it says the time has come to clear your energy. So if you've been waiting for this person to come back, or if you've been waiting for this person to step up, I think it's time for you to release them, okay? Because there is something better. So I think, you know, in order for the situation, in order for you to actually get this new beginning, this new offer of love, you need to release your ex, or release the situation of someone that you are quite battered and bruised about. Okay, if you are single, then you may have been waiting for your ex to come back. You know, there's a sense of waiting here, and no one deserves to be waiting. You know, be more practical, be more independent, and realize that you don't need to be waiting for anyone. You need to carry on with your life. And you'll find that when you are carrying on with your life, and when you stand your ground, and when you actually see your personal power, and not allow someone to put you on a side or treat you like a sideline thing, you'll actually start to realize that you deserve a lot better. And that's when this new offer, someone who's much better, someone who you could possibly marry, or at least have a high commitment from, and they will come in. But you need to, I believe personally, need to release this person that you're waiting on. You've done all you can, you've worked really hard, and it's time for you to actually just, I think it's causing you, I mean, this person's like really, you know, look, he's bandaged, he's exhausted, you know, this situation just exhausting you, this waiting for someone to get their shit together. It's just not on. Okay, again, you deserve better than to have to wait around for anyone. So unfortunately, it's a no, pile number 2. Don't think that's what you want to hear, but you know what? Rather hear the truth. But that is what I have for you. Okay, so I'm now going to move on to pile number 3. Hello and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 3. Sorry, I don't know why I keep on saying 4. So 3, the blue stone. Okay, so let's get into your reading. We'll do the tarot cards first, and then we'll get into the yes and no. Right. Okay, so here we have the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Three of Rods, the King of Cups, and we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so the way I see it, your current love situation, okay, so there's something that's really upsetting you, or you're feeling really anxious at this moment. You're quite worried about your love life right now. And it seems, because the reason being is it seems like the situation's gone a little bit south. Maybe you and your partner are fighting, or there's been a disagreement, and the situation's turned quite cold. I mean, the Queen of Swords upright is someone who's quite perceptive, and she's quite mature and observant, someone who's not, you know, doesn't take nonsense. But when it's in reverse, this is quite a harsh judgment of a situation. So this is how the situation may appear to you. You may feel like things are cold. You may experience, you know, things, perhaps maybe you thought that this person was being a little bit cruel. Maybe people are refusing to take accounts the different situations, and things just are not straightforward at the moment. Okay. With the Three of Rods there, then this is the possibility of your ships coming in. This is you've worked really, really hard, and you're about to get what you deserve. So your hard work, as you can see, he's waiting patiently, and those ships are about to dock. Okay, so don't stress about the situation. It's about to change. It's about to get better. Okay. With the King of Cups there, this could either be your person, or it could just be the fact it's time for you just to balance your emotions. Okay, don't allow yourself to get drawn or sucked up into the situation. Be a little bit more balanced, or take a bit of more of a balanced approach. The King of Cups is someone who's possibly a water sign, and they, again, quite just be a little bit more restrained. Okay, don't take to heart what's actually gone on. I know that it doesn't seem nice at the moment, but try to find the inner strength to help you through the situation. Okay, your feelings are, if you use your intuition, you'll be able to see that they are valid, but just maybe just take two sides of the story into consideration here. There are always two sides to a story. With the Hangman in reverse, maybe the situation was suspended. Okay, so there was felt like there was no hope within the situation. Maybe that's why you're quite stressed. So maybe it's either your relationship doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. It just felt like it's Groundhog Day, like you do the same things in your relationship over and over and over again, and it's not getting any better. It's just there, like hello, goodbye, kiss, hello, kiss, goodbye, and it's just like this mundane cycle. Okay, but with the Hangman in reverse, it means I think it's coming out of suspension. Okay, so things are about to change in your love life, and with the ships coming in, you're about to get something that's a lot happier and a lot better. Okay, so let's get to your yes or no's. Okay, so we have a deep love connection. I'm just going to move these, actually quite a soulmate relationship. Wow, more love, celebration, end to an emotional cycle. Okay, some of you, not all of you, some of you with the Three of Hearts, that's just kind of drawn me to the 3 and the 3. There may have been a 3-party situation, which is maybe why. Maybe perhaps you or your person was involved with someone else, or they were choosing, and you felt like the situation had gone ice cold. Okay, we'll get to the yes or no's, but I think that this person's now chosen, and they're choosing you. Okay, that's just my personal opinion, I think. Okay, look at all this. Hearts. Okay, so emotional situation, soulmate relationship. There was possibly a reconciliation on the cards here. There may have been, an offer that was ignored. So maybe you felt a bit defeated because maybe perhaps you put your heart on the line for this person and they didn't respond. Okay. But there's about to be some kind of success and victory here. Things are starting to pay off. It's either that, or you might be even possibly looking in a new direction for now. Okay. You may be leaving this situation behind, perhaps to put more emphasis into your spiritual independence, into your own money, into your own abundance. Okay, so you're about to turn all this love you had for this person into yourself, and it doesn't have to be, it's just self-love. It doesn't have to be everything, but it's about the fact that you're going to give yourself the energies from now on. You're going to balance your emotions, because you're now going to feel and understand what you truly do believe you deserve. Okay, and I think the minute you do that, you have got, and it's funny because, not that I ever read these upside down, these are no reversals, but something told me to see this upside down, and it's weighing down, project ends, responsibility ends. So I think it's the end to this cycle. Okay, it's the end to this emotional roller coaster ride you've had with this person. Okay, it doesn't mean that the relationship is over. It just means that the cycle is done. The cycle is over, which means either you and this person can then start anew, or someone new and better will come along. Okay, as far as it's a yes or no, well, there's a lot more positives than negatives, so it's definitely a yes. And let's just take your one love oracle here, and you've got your, okay, so past life relationship, you have known each other before. Okay, so maybe that's perhaps why you guys are going through this. You could definitely be soulmates because you guys have spent past lives together, and maybe there's some past life karmic lessons that are needing to be learned in this lifetime. So I'm not saying give up on this person completely. I'm saying, but for now, put the love and effort into yourself. Let this person go. Let them do whatever they need to do, because soulmates or twin flames especially come into this life to trigger each other, and then a lot of the times there's a twin flame breakup in order for the twin flames to kind of go back to their corners and to lick their wounds and to learn a very important lesson. Once you have both learned that lesson, so if you go and put that emphasis into yourself, then your lesson will be learned, and then you have to wait for them to do it the same. Okay, so this is not, again, a situation where I think it's dead, because your answer is yes, if that's what you're asking. But I think it's just a matter of putting the emphasis into yourself, build yourself up emotionally, go on a good new diet, go on, go to the gym, for example. If you're a girl, slim down. If you're a guy, bulk up, have a new haircut, go shopping, do whatever it can, work on your material world. And the right person, if not this person, is definitely coming back. But things are about to change, your ships are coming in, but just balance your emotions. Right, pile number 3, that is what I have for you, and goodbye. Hello to everyone who have chosen pile number 4, which is the pink little ball. Let's see what your reading has to say. Right, I'm going to go through the tarot cards first, and then we'll have a look. Okay, so we have got the Hermit card. We have got the 8 of Cups. We have got the Hierophant. We have got the World. And we have got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so your current love situation may be, for whatever reason, a bit dormant. Okay, there's a need for you or your person, or both of you. If you're single, then this is just you are alone. And the reason why you're alone is because there's something that you need to go deep within to go find out. The Hermit is that of a very wise old crone, and he's extremely intelligent and extremely spiritual. And so, with that light, it's about finding your inner light, finding out who you actually are, and digging deep. Okay, so your love life is being affected by the fact that there's a need to go within, there's a need to go deep and really dig in and figure out what the problem is and how you can fix it. Okay, you kind of expected to walk away, and it can be like a slight separation, for example. So you and your partner may be separate, even if it's just a day of, or a weekend where you feel like you just need to kind of walk away from these emotions, or maybe just walk away from the constant fighting. But there's a need to step away. Okay, I'm not saying necessarily walk away from the marriage, because with the Hierophant card, then maybe this is a marriage, maybe you guys are married. I'm not necessarily saying that, but I think both of you need to kind of just take a step back and just kind of think about things a little bit. Okay, if you're single and there's absolutely no one on the front, then you need to do a little bit of soul searching. Okay, you need to figure out what it is that makes you tick. Why has every relationship of yours failed? It's a time for you to be really honest and to dig deep. Okay, with the Hierophant thing, you can expect for things to become closer. You can expect things to become more traditional. If you're not already in a relationship, then this could mean that once you've figured out who you are and what and why, and stop going through bad cycles and repeating the same cycles and dating the same people over and over and over again, you will then find someone who is more traditional and someone who you can possibly marry. Okay, if you're already married, then this is a good sign that you and your partner will either renew your vows, or things will get better and be happier. The World card there, that is, again, it's time for you to cycle out. Things are not working in your situation, whether it's, again, a past pattern that keeps on repeating, an ex that keeps on coming back, dating the same arrogant asses or the same stuck-up bitches. Whatever it is, you're repeating cycles, okay? And you have to close off the cycle. And only you can do it, because you're the only one who got yourself into the cycle to begin with. Once you are done, and once you've ended a cycle, ended this bad luck, ended this situation that you are in, things will obviously become better. You will find that you could either perhaps meet your future husband, or the situation will evolve to something a little bit more traditional. And with the Knight of Swords there, and then you'll be ready to charge in. Either you or your person, someone will be charging straight back in, ready to fight, ready to put stuff back together. But at the moment, it's a bit of a time out situation. Okay, let's see what your yes and no's say. Okay, so it's just maybe finances are a bit difficult. I don't read these in reversals, but withdrawal. Okay, so it's time to withdraw, refusing to see the truth, communication problems. There may be communication breakdown. You see, there we go, communication breakdown, misunderstandings, fights, maybe perhaps even breaking up. Okay, guarding resources, so someone's holding on too tightly to the situation. Okay, not allowing the other person to go. If this is you, then maybe just let them go off, let them go figure out what the hell they need to do. There may be some competition, there may be third parties here, someone might be having a affair in the situation. I'm not saying there is. I mean, you would already know if you're watching this, you already know this. But it could just be someone that possibly could have someone else. Maybe you're competing for their attention. Third party doesn't have to be they're having an affair. It can be work, it can be drugs, it could be friends, it could be family members. But something's coming in and you feel like you're constant competition with your person or in your love life. Okay, there's balance will come back into the situation. Someone is being a bit deceptive here, so there is a bit of deception. It can also be self-deception. You may be deceiving the situation by realizing that maybe you're the problem. They could be someone who's decepting you by not realizing that they're the problem. Someone may be trying to get away with something. Again, don't jump to the conclusion that your person's having an affair, but someone is lying or deceiving or trying to get away with something here. Okay, whether it's self-deception or deception from a third party, only you can decide. Okay. You feel really blocked in this situation. You can't see your way out. You're not too sure. Look here, nightmares, depression, anxiety, mental breakdown. Okay, endings. Okay, so again, that's a card of endings. For now, your answer is a no, and I'm not really too sure what your question is. Each person's situation is different. Only you can tell whether, if you're in a marriage, whether this marriage is fixable or not, or if you're in a high-level commitment. Only once you have gone really deep and been very honest with yourself, and your person has done the same. It takes two to make a relationship work, okay? Don't ever let anyone blame the other person. Don't you blame your partner. Don't let them blame you. Even if they are like a real backstabbing liar who cheats, then yes, he may be the reason, but you the reason. Then you need to decide whether if he is completely the reason or she is completely the reason. Then you need to decide that maybe it's time you walk away and end that cycle so that something better can come along. As I said, everyone's situation or question may be different. Okay, so your card you've got is playfulness. So to recapture the romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and shine. Okay, so if you feel like if you're in a relationship or in a marriage and you feel like there is a possibility of things, and you've gone deep and your partner's gone deep and you both decide that there is a reason to keep this relationship or marriage together, then this card says you need to be more playful. Okay, you need to add more playfulness, you need to add more romance. Maybe you and them need to go away a bit to try and recapture the feelings, but honesty needs to come into thing. You need to tell them that you're sick and tired of being in competition with whatever this deception or this deceptive energies that you feel. If you obviously don't have anyone in your life, then you may be deceptive to why things don't work out for you all the time, and it's time for you to go within and to find the truth. Okay, and try to find a more playful approach. When you add more play and have more fun, then this possible new partner that can come in. I am going to pull another card for pile number 4 because just feel like it needs a little bit more guidance here. As I said, please guys, this is a general reading. If this does not resonate at all with you, then please go back and choose another pile. Only you know, be honest. This is one of those like real, have to be honest with yourselves kind of thing. Because either way, look, there's a high level of commitment, someone charging in order to fight for you or fight for the relationship. It could just be the fact of, you know, it's a positive fighting energy, okay? It's not a negative fighting energy. It's, you know, really, really happy. You've got the card here, rest and rejuvenation, essential, and then you've also got the card, I love you. Okay, so those are powerful words, okay? So if you and your partner are just seriously fighting, maybe they need to hear that you love them, okay? That is what I have for you, pile number 4. I know it's not the best yes or no, but you know what? Sometimes, you know, you've got to hear some of the answers. Good luck, and I'll chat to you soon.